Leonie Dawson refuses to be categorized, the podcast, and today for something a little bit different. Instead of entrepreneur in car on school run, I am entrepreneur brain frazzle. So go for a walk, take you with me. I talk shit to you while I walk. Yay! Live the dream. So I wanted to tell you kind of a behind the scenes of launching a new program because I've just launched a new program. You can go to leoniedawson.com/sell and you will see my new Sales Star program. This is something that people have been asking me for years and has always been in the back of my mind to create. I really wanted to create an intensive place where I can put all of my information, tools, resources, checklists on how to create sales pages that really sell, and even if you've got one right now that sells way more, and copywriting, how to use words to make yourself even more dollars. Dollar bill, y'all. Anyway, learning about this stuff is really the thing that changed the trajectory of my business and went from it just being this hobby to something that now brings in, millions of dollars. And I really feel like learning the skills of sales and copywriting is kind of teaching yourself how to print money for the rest of your life. Because here's the thing, I absolutely know that if I lost everything and if I decided not to do this business anymore, I would still be earning a really good wage for the rest of my life. I'd be making money in all different kinds of ways purely because of my sales and copywriting skills that I've developed over time. I was definitely not somebody who was naturally good at this stuff, but I've had to learn it along the way. Oh, you might be able to hear me breathing quite heavily. It's really fucking humid. It's summer in the middle of Australia. We're on the Sunshine Coast. And I've definitely been in hotter climates from being in far north Queensland up the top near the equator. But we are only a couple of kilometres from the ocean. And I've walked out in the middle of, between showers. And so it's fucking sticky. That's all right. You can just hear me heavy breathing. Okay, so anyway, leoniedawson.com/sell is my new sales program. We begin 1st of March, but I've also got an early bird discount happening at the moment, so make sure you can save $100. So make sure you go to leoniedawson.com/sell. Woo! So let me give you a behind the scenes of what it looks like for me to prepare for launching a new program. So first and foremost, I brainstorm, and the way that I like to brainstorm is usually a combination of paper and Google Documents. So it usually starts with me just starting to scroll shit and mind map things out of topics I want to cover and then granular detail. And then at a certain point, it just gets really fucking messy. And so I swap to Google Documents and I just start pouring it all out into dot points, and then those dot points kind of branch out further and further. And so that kind of creates the framework for what I want to teach in the course, the questions that I want to answer, the checklists, the resources, all of the things. And so once I've got that framework in place, then I can start building out the sales page because I know what I'm going to be teaching. And here's the thing, when I create a sales page, I'll often come up because I'll be thinking of you all and what you're needing. And so often as I'm writing the sales page, I think, oh, that's right, I didn't think about this. This is what everyone would be wanting and needing at the moment. So I'll add that into the course as well. And so as I go with creating a sales page, it sort of unfolds in time. Now, the average amount of time it takes for me to write a sales page is probably, I don't know, maybe 8 hours, I think. And that's with me doing kind of all the design and stuff myself. it's kind of a few solid days of chipping away at it. And of course I don't work full days. Lols. Why would I? And instead, hi Mr. Car. Instead I'm just using my hourly chunks. So I do usually, I don't know, maybe 2 hours a day or so. And I like to try and get it done as quickly as possible, because otherwise sales pages start feeling like a real fucking chore. And you don't want to lose interest. So I just keep on building it in. And I've got a bunch of checklists I've been using for years. And I remember I started sharing the checklist at a coaching retreat that I ran years and years ago. And the awesome Denise Duffield Thomas was there. And she ended up saying to me when she got this checklist, she's like, this paper is actually worth its weight in gold. Like, nobody else is teaching these sales pages like this with this checklist. And this is really worth its weight in gold. Like, this is amazing. And so it's that same checklist, but I just have kept on developing it and refining it over time. So I use the same thing in my business. And of course, we've generated over $11 million in revenue. And so I wanted to put that together, and all the templates and the checklists and the resources of how to sell like that. Anyway, so I've written a sales page and done the design for it. And I use Procreate on my iPad to design stuff and to draw things out, because my brain just seems to work a lot better doing that. And plus I really like how it looks as a sales page as well. So if you want to find out more about how I do the drawing on like digital illustration, I do have a podcast episode about digital art on Procreate using the Apple Pen. So go check that out, and then I've got a blog post about it as well. So if you just Google Leonie Dawson Procreate, then you'll see all that good stuff. Anyway, so sales page is done. I've gone for a walk, and then I'll build out in Kajabi, which is the software that I use. If you want to sign up for it, tinyurl.com/Leonie Kajabi, and you can go sign up for a free trial and check it out. That's where I really simplified my business a couple of years ago, made it so much easier to manage. And what the Kajabi does is you can have your mailing list through there, which I do. You can build your website on there. I don't currently have my website on there just because I've got 2,500 blog posts in Kajabi. And I've just gotten to this park. It's really beautiful, but the grass is really long and there's a lot of snakes about at the moment. Should I? Shan't I? Fuck it. I'll do it anyway. I make enough noise and the snakey will not hear me. This is what snakies will hear me and run away. Run away. Okay, so what was I talking about before I got distracted by the snakes? Look at me, I'm always putting my body on the line for creating shit. Do you remember years ago when I used to blog at the top of a tree, and then a snake came up the tree to say hello to me, and I never climbed up that tree again. I'm sure it was just a tree snake. Oh fuck, this is very grassy through here. It's all the way up to my it's all the way up to my knees, and I'm only wearing thongs. Oh well. Carry on. One must carry on with these adventures. Now I'm even more off track with what I was supposed to be talking about. Okay, we're talking about sales shit. Oh yeah, okay, so Kajabi. So I've got my email shit through there, and then I have my courses through there. It's my shopping cart. It's pretty much, I run my whole business off Kajabi now. And I love it. It's very, very useful, very helpful, saved me a lot of money, because I don't have to hire a whole bunch of staff, because I used to have Infusionsoft as my email management system, and it is such a pain in the fucking dick hole. Such a pain in the dick hole. So confusing. So Kajabi is a miracle in comparison. Anyway, so I'll set up in Kajabi the new course and the new product, and then I'll be able to link my website to that sales offer so people can, I have my sales page. People click on the buy now button and, oh God, going through some very thick reeds. So I feel like I'm going on a fucking bear hunt, guys. I'm going on a bear hunt. Okay. Ooh. What's that? It's just a bird. It's fine. Okay. So people will click on the link on the sales page and it goes to Kajabi and you can pay for it there and then exit. And then it will automatically start sending you the course as well, and it's where you access all my course materials and all the programs you've ever bought from me and all of those things. And yes, now so once Kajabi is done, of course made sure that my customer service team can manage the influx, because we tend to, with a brand new course, do an early bird discount for the first 3 days, just to reward my loyal humans. And so just making sure that I've got capacity to answer all of those emails. I've usually just got one staff member work, but she's on well-deserved holiday at the moment. So I've got an old staff member who used to work for me stepping in at the moment, which is super fun as well. We're having shit tons of fun. I really like working with people that I like and that are excellent communicators and really good boundaries, and yeah, it's just good fun. Anyway, I do not want to have a large team ever again. Ever again. It takes all the fun out of it. Oh, I'm just walking past a person's place and they have a lot of chooks, and the chooks are all running towards me because they think that I will give them food. But you are so beautiful. Oh my word, you are so cute. Hi all, good morning. What's new? What's new? What's new? What's barking? What's barking? Okay, don't get distracted by the shiny birds, Leonie. They're very cute though. Alright, we shall carry on. Okay, so once I've got Kajabi set up, sales page set up, and making sure my customer service staff is, then we'll do a test run, make sure it's all working, and then I will start sending it to my mailing list. And what I like to do when I open up for sales and stuff is make sure that the shopping cart, like, nobody runs into any issues. And we also keep a really good eye out on questions that people have in the inbox, because if they've got it, if they're sending the question in, that means that I haven't communicated something clearly enough, because the best kind of customer service is when people don't have to email in whatsoever. So we always take note, and then my staff will tell me, my customer service person will tell me, and I will then do a blog post about that particular question, and I'll add it into the frequently asked questions section on the sales page, all the things, because I know if one person has asked me the question, there's at least 10 other people who've thought it but haven't emailed in. They're just confused. So the better job I can do at communicating, the better way it works all around. Now for me, oh, baby toad, you're cute. Hello. For me, the thing that works best for me, I tend to do month-long kind of launches. I might test out with shorter ones, but what I like to do is usually open up at the start of the month, have early bird discount for 3 days or so, just as a reward for people getting in early. And then over the coming weeks, I continue to educate and answer questions and do a series of blog posts or articles or emails and podcasts about that topic. Oh, it's flooded through here. How am I going to get around? Can't go under it. Can't go over it, but I probably could go around it. Oh, look at me go. I've gone off-road in my sandals. Oh, very squelchy. Made it though. Whoop, whoop. So, and then by the time the end of the month comes around, I like to have like the final week with reminders like, okay, you need to sign up by now. It's time to sign up. It's time to sign up. And you know what? I think I might just follow this around and see if I can get back to another piece of road, because this very thick grass and it being snake season is starting to slightly creep me out. I mean, if I do see a snake, it'll be on me. I'll be like, yeah, well, that's what happens when you walk through knee-high grass in the middle of summer in the fucking heat and humidity, and you're wearing thongs. You're wearing thongs. Anyway, that's cool. Okay, so a lot of people like to do much shorter launches than that are only like a week or two long. That's totally cool. There's reasons for doing that as well. This is the way I tend to do it. And what I tend to do as well is that I always make the course start at the beginning of a new month and launch it the month before. And so like the last date for them to sign up is the last date of the month. That way they know that, I don't know, it just seems to be a bit better inbuilt in people's heads when it's the end of a month. Whereas if you say like the 15th of January or whatever, they will probably forget, and 15th will just come up and sneak up on them. But I don't know, maybe that's like a false assumption of mine, just the way I've always done it. Okay, good, I found a track back out to the road, so I'll walk through there instead. It is of course flooded, so I'm going to go off-road again. Queensland, yeah. So, I will probably try out maybe a 2-week launch at some period in time this year, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But for now, the month-long thing works for me. And having that early bird discount for people who are ready to say yes to stuff is kind of a nice, useful thing as well. So that's kind of behind the scenes of a launch, really. I don't tend to plan out hugely in advance when it's going to happen. I know what my income goal is for the year, but I find personally, for my personality, is that if I have it all booked in place the start of the year, I lose a bit of interest, and that's likely because I am diagnosed with ADHD, and I lose interest. And sparkly things and new ideas delight me far better. So it works much better for me to just go with that natural instinct, especially since I've done it, and I've done it for years now, and I've always proven my success with it. You know, if it wasn't working for me, then I would try something else. But the no plan is a good plan for me. And I know to, release a new course or do a live round of a course, every few months or so. So just keeping an eye on monthly income and how we're tracking towards that year's income tends to be enough motivation for me to be on that track. Okay, so if you've got any questions, feel free to hit me up. And make sure, if you're interested in learning about sales and marketing, copywriting, and how to make more money, or how to make any fucking money, then make sure you check out that masterclass and make sure you get the discount while it's there. I do feel like ridiculously, enormously fucking blessed to be able to live this life. I feel so lucky that I was able to leave my public service job and be able to work from home and be with my kids and retire my husband and be able to live in some of the most beautiful places in Australia and kind of live a life really of freedom and in alignment with our values. And that really comes back to that decision I made, would be 15 years ago now, to really learn how to do sales and really learn how to do copywriting and really learn how to create sales pages that really sell, because it has meant I've been able to create all of this, and it means that I don't have to work crazy hours. I work 10 hours a week. I fucking always have. I've never been able to work full-time hours because I've always had kids and they've always been my biggest priority. And before that, I was working full-time in the public service, so I've never had the luxury of full-time hours. And I'm thankful for that because it's meant that I've had to create a business that creates a lot of revenue but isn't attached to, one, me having to work a huge amount of hours, or two, having a large team. I tried that. That sucked. I did not enjoy. 0 out of 10. So I feel like a lot of ways I do want to pay it forward to teach other people about this sales and marketing stuff and, you know, copywriting and the art of sales pages that sell. And here's the thing, so many teachers about this are dudes, and bless the white dudes, but fucking hell, I don't want to really learn from dudes anymore. I want to learn from intersectional women and non-binary people and just people. It's not white dudes. I'm done. Alright, so LeonieDawson.com/sell, and I am really upsetting these dogs. Yeah, I know. I don't like all of the white straight experts either. Bark at the patriarchy, man, not me. Okay. Alright, that's me. I love you all. I hope you have an amazing day. And any questions, email support@LeonieDawson.com. Alright, let's go have a magical day, a magical day, a magical day. Let's go have a magical day early in the morning.